we face in life, often the toughest are ones that concern our health. When the doctor delivers bad news, many have a sense of helplessness and despair. But there are those who refuse to give up, no matter how bleak the outlook. We begin a new series this week about some of these brave people. Health Week's Nancy Olson has the story of one young man whose future was shattered in a split second, and how he set about overcoming the odds. It was August 1994 when 22-year-old Casey Kammel and his girlfriend Lisa went to Hawaii to enjoy their first real vacation together.
Swimming, snorkeling, sightseeing, good restaurants, good food. We were having a great time, having fun, and just being able to get out and get away from work.
But about a week into the trip, something happened that turned this dream vacation into a nightmare.
Laying at the pool, just laying out in the sun, having a good time, and decided to dive in the pool and go for a swim. I dove off the side of the pool head first, and the next thing I hit the bottom, and it happened so fast that it didn't even feel like there was water in the pool. It was like running as fast as I could into a brick wall without slowing down.
When I finally noticed where he was floating at the bottom of the pool, basically sinking.
Casey tried to swim, but couldn't move his arms or his legs. Still conscious, Casey was rushed to the hospital, where doctors confirmed his worst suspicions.
They had told me that I had a severe spinal cord injury, and the first doctor that saw me, he told me that I'd probably never walk again.
Paralyzed from the neck down, Casey lay in the hospital for 3 weeks. Doctors performed surgery to repair his crushed vertebrae, but the outlook was still grim. Nevertheless, this former bodybuilder and lifelong athlete refused to get discouraged.
They didn't know how strong mentally and physically that I was.
Once he was able to sit up in a wheelchair, doctors allowed Casey to go back home to California. There, he stayed in a hospital for about a month and underwent extensive physical therapy. 3 times a day, he worked hard to relearn things like writing, brushing his teeth, and simply getting out of bed. His ultimate goal was to walk out of the hospital.
I looked at my physical therapy like I was getting ready for a game. So I'd wake up and I'd mentally prepare myself to get ready for that. Sure, there are days when I didn't want to do it, but that's just like in athletics. It's the same thing. Every time you slack off, you're that much further away from achieving the goal that you want to achieve.
A month later, Casey left the hospital exactly as he had planned.
He wheeled the chair up to the door, left the doors open, and he walked out, and then he got back in the chair and we went to the car. But he was adamant about walking out of the hospital, and he did. He kept his goal.
He continued his physical therapy, doing simpler versions of many of the exercises he had done before the accident.
Try to keep your head up, okay?
2 months later, the brace on his head was removed, and about a month after that, he was walking without a cane. And this is Casey now. At 27, he is a personal trainer who says he's more fit than ever, both mentally and physically. He still has no movement in his right hand or wrist and limited movement in his right leg. But he is reaping the benefits of a strong will and sheer determination.
Perfect.
As for Lisa,
Mr. and Mrs. Casey Kammel.
She became his wife.
When Casey proposed, he said to me that I never want us to go through anything like this again without the chance to be married to each other. Will you marry me? I said yes.
The couple now run their own fitness center, and Casey is spreading the message that helped him get back on his feet.
Don't let anything stand in your way. It happened to me for a reason, and God chose me to go through what I went through because he knew that I could do it. He knew that I could overcome it.
And that's all for this week. Remember, you can reach us throughout the week at our site on the World Wide Web. To reach the Health Week homepage, go to PBS Online at the internet address on your screen. That address is www.pbs.org. Next time on Health Week, beating heart disease.